Hey guys, Jeremy here. So previously Samsung announced that they were making a new lineup called the S21 lineup, and there's the S21, the S21 Plus, and the S21 Ultra. And we knew we had to get our hands on one, so we got the biggest, the baddest, and the more pricier S21 Ultra. What I'm most excited about this phone is the new camera system, and of course the new design, which you guys will be able to see in a couple of minutes. The new design is great, and that it's amazing that they created a new design, unlike some devices, Apple. Also, there's the two telephoto cameras, which is really surprising to see, one at 3x and one at 10x. And we'll be testing out those cameras in a later video when we're reviewing the device. So please make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications if you don't want to miss that video. And also, we're trying to get 1K by June, and it would be the best if you guys would subscribe and support us. None of our phones are sponsored. We're investing into Double J's and creating a bigger business out of it. Other than that, let's start the video. Okay, starting off, you can see that the box is really slim. It's probably because the fact that it lost its brick thanks to another company, Apple. But all jokes aside, Apple is a great phone company. Comment down below which powering device do you like better, iOS or Android. So opening the box, we start off with this cover, and all you see is the S21 Ultra. Stay with me for a few seconds while we look what's next. Okay, so we have the SIM eject tool. I don't see a charger anywhere yet. It's probably inside here maybe. And yes, the USB Type-C to C charging cable. And as I told you before, there is no brick or anything. And finally, here is the S21 Ultra, what you guys came to see. Let's peel that. And look at that, that's a phantom brown version. We didn't get the black one, but this looks just as great. And you can also already see that the multi-color, the new design which I was talking about. The color Samsung actually took quite some time to explain. They're talking about this quite some time. They were mainly talking about the phantom black, but this lives to the hype too about the phantom brown. And you can see that on the camera module there is the black color. Also, you can see that on the sides there's a glossy color around it. Before we actually turn on this device, we can look around the device and see that there is the speaker, the USB Type-C, there is a mic. So there's also the SIM eject where you can put your SIM card, but there's no expandable storage this time, which was also taken out along with the brick. And around this side you can't see anything except antennas. This is a 5G phone capable of handling 5G, which is great. And on this side you can see that there is the power button and the volume rockers right here. If you look closely, you can see that it goes in a crease here to make it look like the camera module is like an attachment rather than an actual brick. You can see that the camera module has like a different gridded line to it, and it looks so good that contrasting with the brown, phantom brown color. But if we look closely, we can see that there is the 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. There is the 108 megapixel main camera. This is the 10x zoom that I was talking about, which can go up to 100 zoom with digital zoom. Also, here is the other optical camera, which is 3x. And that's really surprising. There's two optical cameras right here. And finally, we have the flashlight and the laser autofocus, which is really good for videos with portrait mode, make the background really blurred. Okay, let's start up the device. Starting off, we can see that there's the 6.8 dynamic AMOLED display. And we can see that the bezels are actually really, really small, and it's really minimalistic. You can barely see the bezels. Here there's different setups to do, like to unlock your phone. For example, there's the face recognition, there's a fingerprint, and there's pattern, there's pin, and there's password. We're gonna do the fingerprint. As we're trying to get this in, you can see that it's a bigger fingerprint scanner, which is a noteworthy thing to say. And if you're like if you had struggles to start your device in the newer versions, This is much better because it's a bigger scanner, which means that you can unlock your device with ease. You can also add other fingerprints if you want, and there's probably a max to it. One life hack I advise is that when you're doing fingerprints, do the same finger like 2 or 3 times, then you'll always get that finger right, because it knows like every instance of how you'll put your finger on the screen. And look at that preloaded screen, and the default notification sounds you can hear right now about all the other things that you can do to set up. And this is the phone, we're all set up. And look at that dynamic color. You try the fingerprint scanner, and I feel it's much faster. And there are a lot of things about this phone, for example, the camera module and all the AMOLED and the 120 Hz adaptive Hertz display. But we'll be doing that in another video continuing. So please make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss that. And since we are not endorsed, all this goes into Double J's, and it really helps if you guys press the subscribe. So other than that, see you in the next one.